Hi, I'm Stephanie Aubrey, and this is my persuasive speech. For most people, when you hear the phrase children's beauty pageants, you will typically hear negative comments due to how they have been portrayed on TV, due to the show Toddlers and Tiaras by TLC. Unless you are actively involved in pageants today, you will not understand how they truly work and what they mean. I understand because as a child I participated in pageants, but my 6-year-old daughter also currently participates in pageants. I decided to put her in them so it would help her with her self-confidence and her people skills. She has not always been a shy child, but they have helped her in improving on her poise and her confidence. First, I'm going to describe the 3 different types of beauty pageants that you may not be aware of. The first type is high glitz. High glitz is when the contestant goes all out. They've got the fake hair, the fake teeth, the fake nails, everything is fake. This is my daughter, and this was her at a high glitz pageant. As you can see, we have the full out glitz. She does have a spray tan. She's got the full out makeup, the full nails, all of that. You go all out. And they usually do routines while they are on stage. The second type of pageants are called semi-glitz pageants. And in these pageants, you'll still wear some kind of a fuller glitz dress, but they usually do like light makeup, maybe a light tan, but other other false enhancements such as hair pieces are not allowed. We usually participate in these types of pageants quite often. And the final type of pageant is what is called a natural pageant. This is where the contestant may wear very light makeup and no other false enhancements are allowed. And as far as the attire, it may be something like they wear to church, or you can just get off the rack. And we do a lot of these pageants due to the fact that most are benefit pageants, and they are usually linked up to some sort of charity event. So those are the 3 different types of pageants that you may have not been aware of due to the show Toddlers and Tiaras. Now that I have discussed that and have shown you pictures of what to expect as far as the looks go of pageants, I'm going to discuss the benefits of pageants. The main thing is that they improve the child's self-confidence. The child feels good about themselves, and it shows while they are on stage smiling. Self-confidence. Pageants are a great way for young children to practice poise, increase self-confidence, and be a positive role model in their communities. Many people think that we are just parading our children, but however, the dedication that a child puts into a pageant is no different than the practice a child puts into any sporting event. My child also plays t-ball, and she'll have t-ball games 2 to 3 times a week. We practice with her team at least 2 times a week. And when it comes to pageants, we do 30 or 1-minute hour sessions at least twice a week. The main negative thing that is also associated with pageants is the clothing. We're told that they do not wear enough clothing. However, the dresses completely cover the child, but I want you to think for a minute and think about gymnastics or competitive cheer. They have less clothing than a child on stage. Now, granted, there are different types of outfits that they can wear. We usually do beauty or outfit of choice where she is covered. But they do have swimwear, just like the Miss USA pageant and the Miss Arkansas pageant. But when it comes to the clothing, I think that the children in pageants are covered up fairly well. Another thing pageants provide the child with is poise. They learn how to stand and walk with confidence. My daughter personally, when she's ready to take a picture, she stands up very straight and does what we call pretty feet in the pageant world, where her feet are angled like this, so she stands perfectly. The thing I've enjoyed the most is making new friends in the pageant world. They are people that you see often competing with. You may even travel together. It has provided my daughter with some amazing friends from all over the state of Arkansas. We even compete with people that live in Louisiana, Texas, Missouri, and we have stayed in close contact with them. My daughter does have older sisters, but they are older and they live in another state. So our pageant friends have really become family. And these are 2 of her friends competing in a natural pageant. And then this is her and her friend. Now, if you're a big Toddlers and Tiaras fan, that is Bella. She was featured in one of the Toddlers and Tiaras episode. And this is one thing, this quote right here is one thing that I love. It says, pageant teaches the exact same skills that sports do: goal setting, can-do attitude, and performance under pressure. But in pageants, you wear much better shoes. Now, if you are dedicated like most pageant girls are, and like we are, most pageant girls will have a coach. And this is someone who assists and teaches them to be the best that they can be. She has had two amazing coaches that have made my daughter feel so much better about herself. They not only teach her how to walk and stand on stage, but they make sure that she's doing well at school, that she behaves at home, and they play a major part in her development into a young woman. Another negative thing that people often discuss when it comes to pageants is how expensive they are. That point I will not argue with. However, after looking into some prices of some local cheer competitions, as well as gymnastics and dance, they are not as expensive as those activities. And as you become an adult, you are informed that you need to be confident, especially if you are applying for college or going for an interview. And I feel that pageants help that. Most pageants require an interview in which the contestant is judged on how well they speak and the confidence while they are speaking. This is the same thing that a potential employer is looking for. I know that my child will do well in her adult life because of the basic tools that pageants have provided her. Let me also say now that I do not force my child to do pageants. If she doesn't feel like doing it, we don't do it. There have been some pageants where she decided that at the last minute she didn't want to do it, so I took her out of it. The most positive thing is that, in my opinion, that these pageants provide is community involvement. They also allowed scholarships. So I hope that this has had a huge impact on my daughter's life, and I hope that all these benefits that I have gone over with you gives you a better understanding of what pageants are truly like. And I hope that I've changed some minds and that realize that they're not so negative. Thank you.